coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. "22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance." And we are underway from Ford Field. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And some room to run now. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Hunter Henry brings it in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, Parker, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder. You think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
They'll They'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. That would go for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. Touchdown! Deontay Johnson, 28 yards. And the Lions respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Cameron Sutton, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
After the sack on first down, Murray on the move to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. In motion right comes Jackson. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Andrew Wingard able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Here's Ward to return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Throwing for Chubb, complete on the out route. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got his man. It's caught for a land touchdown. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in here by Jackson. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Murray now. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Kamara up the middle. And he's got some space here. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Here's Chubb, back-to-back catches for him. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Quick completion here to Johnson. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. Back to throw again.
Like it's been as negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Oh, look at that hurdle, and now some room to run. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 170 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. In motion right is Jones. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. 30. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better They should just throw the pick six, and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Being chased out left. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zay Jones, 65 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Justin Tucker is set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. And finally, he goes out of bounds just 10 yards shy of the end zone. A spectacular return. Breaking the huddle, first and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through? And in for the Lions touchdown. Michael Gallup, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Kamara with a carry there on first down as he works his way forward for a pickup of 4. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jones will come now in motion right. From the 31, Murray. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 2nd and 6. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And the Eagles are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He's got a man, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
He gets this one to Johnson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now back to throw. Man open downfield is Gallup. He's got it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and now it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, the criticism is that he overthrew his man, but yeah, give him credit. He also didn't risk an interception with that type of a throw. Because of that, they still have a chance to put some points on the board.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's second and goal. They'll drop to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last time everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick-6, and now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they're moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
As you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Back to throw now on first down. He completes it to Henry. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're going to look to throw. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some explaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this fourth quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Uses the stiff arm.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Murray flips his forward on the jet sweep, and he stopped immediately there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now a pitch out to Kamara. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Sometimes, Brandon, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Murray going to fire one out wide. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Here's Kamara on the read option. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. That's caught by Jackson. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Murray now. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
In motion right is Jones. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray steps away to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
And the question now, can they get closer on third down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. The slot man in motion right. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. This complete to Jones. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got a more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the...
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 70. And the Eagles have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Eagles 35, Lions 28. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. He'll look to throw. He's got Henry, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 7 catches for him now in this last one, a first down.
That's good for the Lions.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll look to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw again. Complete. It's Henry. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Second and 6. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. Now receiver in motion left. They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Rasul Douglas picks it.
I think it's easy to figure out why they went for 2 there, right? You want to make sure you're guarding against a field goal beating you.
Yeah, but with this little time on the clock, they just need to worry about protecting on the kickoff.
That's the big one. And with the kickoff coming up, I wouldn't squib it. I would kick it deep, but not so deep that the return guy can get it. I want to make someone else handle the football. Yeah, put some height on it and take some time down.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 30, 10, 5, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Eagles, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Brandon, whatever happened to the old rule that if you don't know that you're definitely going to get it to at least a 20-yard line, you just take a knee in the end zone. Sometimes being too aggressive can actually cost you.
Here we go, set.
They run it with a Hall of Famer, Eric Dickerson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Tua. He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Tua on 4th down. He finds his man, complete. That's Lawrence. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. From midfield, here's Tua. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it up. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And his first pass is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On play action, it's Rodgers. And Ingram holds it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Rodgers now on 1st down. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Open man right side is Ingram. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 10-yard line.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Jones will come now in motion right. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Maurice Jones-Drew, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And the drive will start with a carry by LaDainian Tomlinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal,
get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 30 on second down, Brady. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and given the first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Brady. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. To throw on second and 10, Brady. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers out to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
On play action, now Rodgers. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Bruce Smith brings the heat, gets the sack.
9 yards. Another 3 and out.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Rodgers going to go on fourth down. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now,
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. On play action, Rodgers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play to put points on the board for their team.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. To throw, it's Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Complete. Smith has it.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Brady. And Hill with it over the middle. Touchdown! Taysom Hill, an 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game.
That's the score. Our 19-16.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on fourth down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into it.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by the 8-time Pro Bowler, Steve Atwater. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
A partner they already intercepted, and that time he was trying to extend the play, getting outside the pocket. A costly interception as it's returned for a touchdown.
Yeah, it felt to me like he was trying to do just a bit too much on that play, and you and I both know from experience in watching, sometimes it's better to take the sack or maybe run for a short gain rather than force a risky throw. He tried it, did not work out well for him at all.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked by Ted Hendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. with Charles Davis. As always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Wait, that.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back to Walker on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
No, 66.
To throw, it's Brady. To the left side and caught by Hester. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Brady going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Rodgers now on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
These are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off the points for themselves.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen getting in there defensively. Now on 2nd and 13. Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rice. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Brady going to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Tries for Rice, intercepted. And the Jags are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. There he goes, left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds just 3 yards shy of the end zone. So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Maurice Jones-Drew. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are able to move back in front. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 10-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Jaguars are going to get the football back at their own 17. On play action, it's Rodgers. Man open, here is Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he fires one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it And that'll fall incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne and try to knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump.
He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 47 yards.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down. Hey, set.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Jags will take over here at their own 12-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2. The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks, say, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot it.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. He stiff arms him. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On play action, now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 14-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot when you have all those people bearing down on you. Probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, gave it to him too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Deion Sanders, the one to bring him down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
It seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Dancing to his left. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Seahawks are going to have the short
with Charles Davis. As always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway here in London. Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. To the air right away is Brady. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. Another try after the first down sack. Brady is going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Brady now to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Rodgers going to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Throwing now is Rodgers. Caught by Jones. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
In motion right is Jones. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
On play action, it's Brady. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Antonio Gates from 21 yards away.
And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
taken from about the 12. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will have a Jaguars first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones from 19 yards away.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field,
he's got a man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
On 1st down, Brady. That's going to be caught by Moss. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Randy Moss, 38 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Rodgers now on 1st down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Sanders got it for a Chiefs touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Zay Jones, 73 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Rodgers will throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Jaguars are going to have it here just past the 25. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete there to Johnson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Jags are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Open man right side is Ingram. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On play action, it's Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And again, it's Rodgers. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers being chased out left. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage. He took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers. Touchdown, Jaguars. Maurice Jones-Drew as the first half is winding down. And the Jags are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. Rolling to his left. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Going for the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Great effort by Ted Hendricks defensively. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Rodgers to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
Well, looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Well, this has been all that we'd hoped for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Brady. Going to let this thing go deep for Gates. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. He'll find Jones again, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Forced out to his left. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
Caught on the right side by Jones.
So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
Now Rodgers steps away to his left. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing now is Brady. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Zay Jones,
his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On play action, it's Brady. Going up top. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Jaguars are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. And give it, and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. On play action. Now Rodgers. This complete to Jones. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. First down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Rodgers. And this one's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And they will take a 7-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Brady to throw. He's got a man, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Now Brady. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to